It's Rochelle Marie Lawson, the queen of feeling fabulous. And we are at the Blissful Living Show. And the thing that's really special about this is doing something a little different. We're streaming to you live on YouTube and Facebook, but also got a fabulous guest with us today. And she's been a guest on the show before, but she's amazing. And she is one of the authors in the best-selling book, Unstoppable, being fierce, fearless, and unfuckwithable in business, in life and business. And so I want to chat with her, and I want you all to just hear her essence of what she has to say and the wisdom. And we're going to talk about the book. And our journey today is continuing the journey of being an unstoppable woman. So that's the title of today's show. But before we get started, I want to make sure that I thank our sponsors. The first sponsor is the Blissful Living for You at blissfullivingforyou.com. That's Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. Check them out. They've got some amazing things that you can take advantage of as we roll into springtime. Springtime, leads to summertime. And this is a perfect time to get your mind, body, spirit, wealth, wisdom, and wellness in check so that you can look fabulous, feel fabulous, and be fabulous as the summertime rolls along and comes upon us. So check out Blissful Living for You at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. The next sponsor I want to thank is All Day Cable Incorporated, phenomenal telecommunications installation company located in the heart of Silicon Valley. I've been in business for over 30 years with customer longevity of at least 25 years or more. And if you have a need for voice, data, fiber optic, wireless access points, audio, video, speakers, whatever you may need for your telecommunications and doing business today, they definitely can help you out. And so I highly suggest if you have a need and you're in the western region of the United States, particularly the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and Arizona states, then I highly suggest you check out the best telecommunications installation company in the nation, All Day Cable Incorporated at alldaycableinc.com. So I'm so excited because, first of all, I'm a double dip. I'm going to do a double Facebook Live right now because this guest is amazing. And I definitely want you all to be able to just get all kinds of juiciness from this girl right here. Her name is Aura Martinez. And I'm going to let Aura tell you about her because she is absolutely, when I say fabulous, she is absolutely fabulous. So, Aura, tell them a little bit about what you do, how you roll, girl.
Oh, thank you so much, Rochelle. Thank you for having me here. And thank you for your beautiful words. You are just so fabulous to be in your essence. So, I'm a self discovery and empowerment coach, helping women gain total clarity in their purpose so that they can wake up to daily fulfillment and certainty. And I do that through the process that I guide my clients through called Aura Blueprint. That's right. It has my name because every letter represents each step I take my clients through.
I love it. I love it. So, see, you all like watching us right now or listening to us, or however you get in the flow of essence of what we're bringing today. Her name, Aura, speaks volumes. When I first came across her and met her and interviewed her on my podcast, I just knew it was something divine because I don't know any other auras in the universe. And she represented true, beautiful essence of what your aura is supposed to be like and how it's supposed to flow around us. And people that see auras and things of that nature, when they take a look at Aura Martinez, they will see her beautiful aura. I'm a person that can see auras and didn't know that's what it was when I was little. Just, I don't know, I talked to my grandma. She told me everything about all this stuff. But that's what I learned it was. And I've been seeing them since I was a little girl. And so Aura's aura is absolutely beautiful and amazing. So Aura, okay, so I want to ask you, because we did this phenomenal best-selling book on Amazon last month was released. And so we all became best-selling authors. number one best-selling authors, and it was a book that was trending as the number one new release in February. And so I want to ask you, with regards to the title and the essence of what you help your clients work through, would you say that the title uh, flows in to the work that you do in helping women to be the best that they can be?
Oh, of course. Definitely. Many times, the reason why we're not unstoppable is because we don't have that clarity. We don't have that knowing of ourselves. We're not seeing ourselves. Someone is getting excited. I hear like a dog or something. He's like, yes, yes, that is true. That is true. So the more we dig deep within ourselves and we seek that clarity that we need, the more we become unstoppable. How so, if you're wondering? Sometimes the reason why we stop dead in our tracks from the very life that we want, the very things that we want, is because we're not operating from who we really are. And we're operating from what I like to call some kind of layer, either a conditioning, a cultural conditioning, a society conditioning. I was stopped dead in my tracks because of culture and society conditioning. Anyways, when we are operating from some kind of layer that isn't who we really are, our true essence, we're not going to believe in ourselves the way we're meant to be believing in ourselves. We're not going to be able to access the power within that is in each and every one of us. We're not going to be able to trust our intuition. It's just a ripple effect that it is impossible for us to be fearless and have that fierceness that is required for us to live the life that we want.
I agree with you, Aura. And yes, we had a little puppy that was quite excited with the words you were saying. He has settled down, thank goodness. So we thank him for his words to the dog community about
Yes.
you.
I love it.
He's spreading word, and we don't even know. And we got the animals on with us today, and they're loving every minute. Now, Aura, with regards to the book Unstoppable, I want you to tell them what your chapter was and what the title of your chapter is, and what compelled you to write the words of wisdom that you share in your chapter for the world to become enlightened with.
Yes. So the title of the chapter is The Key to Your Dream Life: How to Use Your Emotions for Daily Clarity. And what made me write that chapter is that is a portion of the story that led me to where I am today. So the moment I turned 30, I was just so frustrated. So frustrated. And yet I had no reason to be frustrated. Here I am traveling the world. It's not like I make bad money. No, I make good money. I I had reached my weight loss goals of weighing 112 pounds. Like I quote unquote had no reason to feel frustrated. And I kept brushing it at first underneath the rug. Oh, probably this is just nonsense. But then at one point, I was like, is this the way life is supposed to be? Even though you reach all these things, it's like you hit a wall. And how many times don't we feel that way at times, right?
Right.
All you have to do is look at some celebrities, how they have it all, but yet that all isn't enough, right? And so we tend to ignore that. And it's supposed to be the opposite. We really have to pay attention to that because the more we pay attention to our emotions, they provide you with guidance. Your emotions are what indicate turn left or turn right or keep going or stop. And what we do is we keep pushing through that, past that. Oh, well, I'm tired. I gotta keep going, even though I'm tired. Oh, I'm frustrated. But I guess that's a part of life. You always get frustrated. Let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing. The more you do that, the louder those emotions are gonna scream. And when we let it scream to such a point where we can't take it anymore, that's when we can make the mistake of falling into certain traps of life. And that trap could be for people, for everyone, very different. Some of them, it could be alcohol, let me numb my emotions. Others, food, let me numb this emotion. Overworking, I want to distract myself.
Right.
You're just substituting one thing for another. It doesn't work that way. We really got to dig deep. The more you go deep, the more fulfillment you're going to experience, because what the outer world is just a reflection of what's going on within us.
I love
So,
that. I
yes.
love that. I love that. I want to pause with you right there for a minute and ask you, um, with the emotional guidance system, our own internal GPS. Um, it wasn't until recently that people started utilizing that or saying that term with regards to how we ebb and flow in life, and how in tune, or how much of a part of us ebbing and flowing our emotions are, our emotional guidance system is. And you just said you can stop, you can lead you forward, you can go to the right, you can go to the left. And what I want to ask you is, and I want you to share with the viewers and the listeners, with regards to emotions being a signal or a symptom of what's really going on, with, like, you were frustrated at 30, with regards to the emotions, how do we tell which one is the one that is we how do we tell which one we really need to pay attention to? For instance, you mentioned, oh, you were at your weight loss goal at 30, you really didn't, you made good money, you really didn't have it, but maybe you are frustrated, or you're feeling angry, like, oh dang, okay, I reached my weight loss goal, but you're angry about it, like it's something you tried to reach, but then sometimes, we have these goals, we reach them and we get angry because we've reached them. What does that signify, or in your opinion, what does that signify as to what's going on inside of us, as to what was going on inside of you at that moment in time, where you're like, I have all this stuff, but I'm still not happy? What does that signify? And how do we know that at that moment in time, we need to stop, pivot, and make some adjustments?
Yeah. Every emotion, you have to pay attention to it. Every single one of them. There's not one that becomes more important than the other. Every single one of them. The only way you're going to know what that emotion signals is when you take the time to spend time with that emotion. Just like you would take time to hear your friend and try to understand your friend and why your friend is feeling this. And you got to do the same thing with yourself. So it wasn't, for me, it wasn't until I sat with that frustration and I kept asking it questions. Okay, so why are you feeling this way? What is really going on? Because at first I thought, well, am I supposed to change jobs? And we're so quick to think that it's something outside of us, right? Like,
Right.
probably it is this that's causing me this. Probably it's this relationship, right? Before you get so quick to make a quick decision in hopes that that will quickly shift you, you gotta go deep and really understand, where is that truly coming from. For me, when I relaxed in that emotion, oh, this is important. Relax in that emotion. That doesn't mean dwell in that emotion. There's a big difference. Many times we tend to react out of that emotion. You don't want to do that. Relax in that emotion. What it means is, no, you have this knowing, you're feeling this way. It's temporary and it's a message that it has for you. Don't be so quick in pointing the finger. It is this job, it is this relationship. I'm just not happy with this man. I'm just not happy with this woman. No. Figure out what is your role in all of this, right? That doesn't mean that you have fault in it. What it means is, this is going to empower you. What do I have to do differently, right? What is my essence telling me that I need to do differently? When a baby cries, we're not like, oh, this annoying baby. No, we're like, oh my God, what does
We
it
want to
need?
pick that baby up, right? Yeah.
Yes, you have to do the same thing with that emotion.
Mm.
If you're feeling anger, okay, what is that anger indicating? No, it's not necessarily that person made you angry. What is it about that person that made you angry? Because you're going to learn very important info. Whenever I feel trigger or whenever something that someone does or whatever doesn't sit right to me, I'm like, okay, wait, what is this trying to tell me? What are my values? Right? Because there's values involved in all that, right?
Hmm.
There is something that doesn't sit right with your essence. The more you discover that, the more you're going to be able to make better decisions that are going to guide you towards that happiness, that fulfillment, that certainty that you need.
Or you said you just bring something else in my head, and you said some really good insightful information. And I'm going to throw this in because we all have baggage from when we were growing up of things that our parents may have told us, or how we were disciplined, or things we got in trouble for, things we got away with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, for me personally, what I notice is sometimes when I get triggered about something that is irritating the heck out of me, it's because it was something that I was disciplined for when I was a child. And I'm going to share this with you. So, or with all of you guys. So, when I was growing up, table manners were like pristine. We had to eat at the table like we were eating with the queen. Otherwise, my father would just go 5150 on us, right? And no elbows on the table. People shouldn't hear you eat. All that kind of stuff. You don't slurp your food. Okay, all the stuff that kids do, right?
Yes.
So when I was in my young 20s, and raising my helping to raise my stepson, who's about 7 or 8, he wasn't getting that kind of home training from his mom's side of the family. But when he was with his dad and I was pretty regimented about that, right? And I had to stop. One day I was so angry at him. We were out with a business meeting with clients, having dinner, and his table manners were atrocious. Okay. And I was like always like scolding him and stuff. And then after it was all over, I was like, why did I get so angry with this child who doesn't know any better? Why was I so triggered? Right. And it just went back, and I saw my daddy's face, and it was like, because that's what happened to me. And we're in two different scenarios. So me getting angry at him, because what I was really doing was projecting my anger at my dad back when I was a child. But I couldn't do that as a child. So as an adult, I felt empowered to do that. And what I was actually doing was really treating the child just like I was treated. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't necessarily the
Yes.
best. So when you say that, I was like, wow, that's very eye opening, because sometimes we think our anger or the things that get on our nerves or whatever is just stuff with regards to the other person. But really, a lot of times it's stuff, like you said, peeling back that onion layer that sometimes is not on the surface of us, it's deep inside. And we don't sometimes know where it comes from or even recognize it. I just had that epiphany. And I was like, oh, I had that. And so I hope anybody that's hearing us or watching this is getting what we're saying. With regards to that, peeling back and allowing your emotions to guide you, but also allowing your emotions to open up in your mind an explanation as to why this, that, or the other has got you feeling some kind of way right now.
Oh, yes. And not labeling it. I think that we live in a society that is so quick to labeling. Oh, if you're feeling anxious, oh, you suffer from anxiety.
Yes.
Now,
No,
I
I'm
see.
just anxious today. No, I just had too much caffeine.
I mean, I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I say it with so much love. I'm trying to find the right words because they may come out wrong and it's coming out of love. I think it's total BS that we're so quick to judging ourselves for what we're feeling. So if you're angry, oh, you must have issues.
Hmm.
The heck?
No, I'm just
If,
anxious.
if,
Yeah. I stubbed my toe. You get right. Yeah.
if you're having an anxious moment, oh, you must be suffering from anxiety. If you are sad, we're quick to label it depression. No, depression and sadness are two different things, ladies and gentlemen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And And it is normal to feel all kind of emotions. It is normal. As human beings, we are emotional beings. We are meant to be experiencing all kinds of emotions. And the more we normalize, first within ourselves, when we normalize ourselves for feeling it all, we start to feel whole. There are times that the reason why we don't feel whole is because we don't see how whole we are. Because
Right.
we think that wholeness is, oh, well, I got to be happy all the time. BS. I'm jet lagged right now as I'm talking. Am I going to judge myself because I may not feel all No, no. And the more you accept the totality of who you are, the more whole you're going to feel. And the more whole you're going to feel, there won't be so much funkiness coming out of you. Sometimes the reason why our vibe is so funky is because we are not accepting the totality of who we are. See,
Oh, girl, that's a mic drop. Like I don't have my mic right now, but I'm dropping something. That's a mic drop for sure. Oh, you getting Heather Jones is watching us. Hey, Heather. You getting all kind of love. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going, girl. Preach,
no,
girl.
it's okay.
Preach.
But it's so true. I've gotten to a point that the more I accept all of me, if I'm jet lagged, I'm cool. I'm jet lagged. That's okay. If I'm not feeling all hyped up, that's cool. That's okay. When you accept it, there is something so beautiful that comes out of you because you're not trying to be something that you're not at the very moment. See, when we try to force ourselves to be something that we're not at the moment, again, that does not mean, I want to clarify that if I'm angry, well, let me raw at you because I'm feeling angry. No, no, no. Do not misinterpret what I'm saying because I'm not saying to dwell on it. No, because sometimes what we say can be so misinterpreted. It's like, no, that
Yeah,
is not what I meant to say.
right.
What I mean to say is, you accept all you are. Okay, I'm not feeling all that great. Okay, I may not feel like myself, but you're not judging it. See, I'm not judging myself because I feel jet lag. I feel jet lag. I feel jet lag. If I start sounding funny, that's okay. I sound funny. I give myself permission to be where I'm at without having to react from it, without having to take out all that I'm feeling on the other person. I just accept where I'm at. And the more you do that, the more you can accept other people for where they are too. See, because the way we treat others is based on the way we're treating ourselves.
Oh, girl, preach. Oh my gosh. She bringing it, y'all. She bringing it. And it's so true. It is so true. It's words of wisdom we need to hear that we don't always want to hear, nor do we want to process or accept. And it's
Yeah.
truth. A lot of, like I said, with the incident with my stepson, it was all about me, really. Although I was projecting it was him, it was all about my issues.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had to, that's sometimes swallowing that medicine of your own can taste like doo doo. You know,
Yes.
it can taste like doo doo, but sometimes you got to swallow your own stuff so that you can
Yeah.
rise to the cream of life, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so now as we continue our journey of being unstoppable women, if we have a group of ladies out there listening and we don't know how they're feeling, they may be feeling ecstatic all the way to, just not just having one of those kind of, icky days. What would you say to these ladies, no matter where they are, that would give them a lift, a boost, a jolt of energy to help them continue being unstoppable in their day to day?
One of the things that at first for me was so hard to accept, trust me, what I'm about to say was so hard for me to accept, but as I'm accepting it, I'm enjoying my journey more and more and more. And that was, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Don't judge where you are. Just enjoy where you are, right? Enjoy where you are. I know that may not be easy all the time. And the reason why it's not easy is because we are focusing more on a desired state. See, don't focus on your desired state. Focus on the juiciness of the journey. Focus on, oh my God, how can I grow from this? How can I enjoy my day? How can I? And the more you do that, the more you focus on enjoying what seems like the smallness of the everyday life, even though it's not smallness, they all add up, the more juicy your life becomes. So when I feel frustrated, it happens to all of us, it happens to me too. When I feel frustrated, I'm like, oh, I get curious. Okay, why am I frustrated? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. And when you do that, seriously, you get your quantum leap. When you see someone quantum leaping, that it seems like, oh my God, they're having, it's because they enjoy the smallness of the journey. They enjoy the bits of the everyday. They lean into the bits of every day. I can guarantee you they're not just focused on the final destination. Because if you keep focusing on that desired state, you just, you're not going to enjoy the everyday. You're just not.
You know, another wise words that you said, it's and there's something I read a couple weeks ago, and it really just brought what we're talking about home. It was the direction you're flowing, the journey is so important, because the journey is where we're living in the here and now, right? The destination is always somewhere in the future. And if you're so focused on being in the future, you do not get to enjoy being in the here and now. So when we have these emotional challenges that come up for us, and everybody has them when we have these come up for us, because we're so focused on the destination, we get icky and irritable and start blaming ourselves or other for where we're at in the here and now, in the present moment, in our on our path, our direction, right? So why focus on something that you cannot control and you cannot change? Focus on the direction you're going, wherever that direction is, and enjoy the essence of the here and now, because the here and now is the only thing that we can change. And when we learn how to tap into our emotional guidance system, like what you were sharing with us, it becomes so much more powerful. And we're able to have those beautiful moments of bliss in our day, no matter what comes our way during our day, so much more often. And so I love that you shared that, because I think so often we get caught up in just our heads, our emotions, where we think we should be, like what we started the conversation on, why we're frustrated. And we're judging ourselves and against other people that are just, again, they may just be a little ahead of us on their journey, but their destination is way different than ours, and we need to just focus on us and enjoy loving our destination in the direction we're flowing in the here and now.
Oh, yes.
I love it. Okay, so I got a minute left, and I want to ask you, what are your parting words of wisdom for everyone, men, women, whoever, that are listening as we continue our journey of being unstoppable?
Yes. Get curious about your emotions. Get curious about what's going on in your inner world. Start leaning in, because curiosity actually is the start of your transformation, whatever transformation you're seeking.
I love it. Now, I did not share with you all that Aura is really the one that she gave me one of my titles. I don't know if she gave it to me, if I just took it, but she said it, and I was like, it resonated. When I first met her, we're talking, and she said something about um, facilitating transformation, and we got a comment here from a friend of mine, and I said, oh, I love that. I'm a transformation facilitator. I don't help nobody do anything. I help them facilitate the transformation of being this point to the point that they want to be. And so it brings to just full fruition that she would be talking about this and we would be having this conversation because she just helped us facilitate some transformative stuff for us so that we can continue our direction on our journey, being fearless, and unfuckwithable as we step out and be unstoppable. So I just want to say I love you, Laura Aura. I love you, love you. Now let me read this comment.
I love you too.
So this comment is from one of my homies. We have been, our parents went to high school together, so it's deep. And his brother was actually my first boyfriend when I was in the 5th grade. But we used to hang out all the time. We went to school from 5th grade, from at least 5th grade all the way through high school. He's a year older than me. And he says, you don't know how beautiful this makes you in seeing how you are speaking about these tools and how to begin reflecting. I love it. Reflecting back whenever we're triggered and how we can transform what we triggered by and give ourselves love during the process to begin healing ourselves as our relationships with other as well as our relationships with others. So inspiring. I love you and thank you. And Lamont, thank
You.
you. Thank you. I haven't seen you in years, homie. And one day we will get together and see each other again. But Lamont just lost his brother recently, who was my first boyfriend. And so I just want to send him some love and support and let him know that we all here for him. If he ever needs a chit chat, you know how to reach us. You can always hit me up on social media. And I'm sure Aura would love to talk to you as well. Sometimes I think the divine has a plan that we all need to go in our direction as we, travel down our journey. But there's always an essence to bring us back and connect us. And I'm so grateful that I have got this connection back with Lamont because, like I said, he's like I treat him like how we do in the hood. Everybody's your cousin, right? He's my cousin from, but and even though we're not blood related and his brother, but even, we all grew up and we all had that love for each other like family. And so it's just beautiful that he was able to watch this. And because I'm saying I haven't seen Lamont probably in 30 plus years. But it was beautiful for him to watch us and you as well. So thank you, Lamont. Thank you, Aura.
Thank
For your beautiful
you.
words. You change people with the magic of your words, whether they see you, they hear you, or you write them. You are the epitome of being that unstoppable, fierce, fearless, and unfuckwithable lady in life and business. And so I thank you for you being a blessing in my life and
I
to say
thank
yes to do this
you.
show. Yes, for sure. And I also want to thank everybody out there watching, listening, wherever you may hear us. We appreciate you. You don't know, please share this show. Subscribe to it if you like it. It's on every platform that it can possibly be on. But if you like it, please subscribe and share it because I'm all about uniting and uplifting women and bringing us together so that we can be the game changers to change the world to make it a better place. And we can't do that isolated. We need to do that in spirit of harmony, unity, and in balance and just love. And so that's what I'm about. This is the Blissful Living Show. We're in our 11th year of having this podcast, but I want to thank our sponsors, Blissful Living for You at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com, as well as All Day Cable Incorporated, the phenomenal telecommunications installation company located in the heart of Silicon Valley, San Jose, California. And you can reach them at alldaycableinc.com. Until next time, everyone, again, if you love the show, you like what you hear, please subscribe and share with everyone on the planet. And until next time, I'm wishing you peace to your mind, wellness to your body, and tranquility to your spirit. And Aura, do you want to say any last parting words? I'm giving it to you, girl. Take it home.
Accept the totality of you. Accept all of you because as you're loving you, you're just going to radiate love and you're going to attract more of that into your life.
I love it. And there you have it, everybody. Until next time. Goodbye for now.